Yo. Welcome back to another edition of the Speak Up Now podcast, and I'm your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, back with another episode, another edition, and most importantly, some fun and exciting topic for you all. But I'm back to inspire you, the viewer, you, the people, and you, society, to speak up. Speak up now, because more than likely, speaking up is make you better, make you stronger mentally, and it's gonna make you in a better mindset going forward in your life and help improve people around you. But before we get into today's episode, I need you guys to do one thing for me. A few things actually. It takes zero time. One, subscribe. Right, subscribe to my podcast right now. Check out my social media platforms that you see on the screen: my Facebook, Instagram, and all this platform, YouTube. And lastly, I need you guys to check out my previous episodes that have released. I promise you won't be disappointed. So make sure you guys check out my previous episodes after you finish with this episode. And most importantly, I want to hear your opinion about today's episode. So I need you to like or leave a comment. That's what I need you guys to do for me. It takes 0 seconds, zero time. I promise you won't regret it. Right. So if you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please keep on coming back. Please keep on supporting this podcast. If you're a returning viewer, as always, much love to you. I love the support and I appreciate you. But if you're ready for today's episode, as I always say, if you know what I say, please say it with me. Let's ride. So, for today's episode is something that is important to me, important to a lot of people, and should be an important topic for everyone, in my opinion. Because I feel like in today's world, today, back then, in the present, in the future, something that would never grow old or get old. And that's music, right? It's music. So for today's episode, listen and listen closely. We're done my book. You see right here, we're done my book. But I just want to know it's important because I know in my head. For today's episode is, listen closely. Today's music sucks. Loud and clear. I'm gonna say it one more time. Today's music sucks. I don't mind saying it. I don't mind arguing about it. But it's the truth, in my opinion. And people who know me and know me pretty well know this about me. A few things actually. I'm an old soul. I love old school music. I love old school ways. I love old school trends, fashion, music, the way as a whole. So that's one thing people know about me a lot. And the second thing is, they know I hate music that doesn't stand for anything. That doesn't mean anything. So when I say today's music sucks, it kind of correlates to that today's music and artists, a little bit artists as well, make music and music that does not mean anything or doesn't have no type of substance to it. I'm a big advocate of music from the 80s, of course, the 90s, of course, a little bit of the 70s, right? And you can say, oh, that music back then had, old, it meant to stay in the past. Well, I'm here to tell you, the viewer, that most of the artists now that make music kind of still or try to take bits and pieces from those artists back in the day, from 80s and 90s and 70s artists. Their beats, some of their lyrics, and some of their titles. So when you say, oh my God, today's music is the best, or oh my God, today's music has the more meaning, or today's music goes longer or means something more, do your research, right? Find any old school artists, any old school beats from the 90s, 80s, 70s, and early 2000s genre, and try to kind of compare. I guarantee more than likely you find more songs and more artists that kind of compares to artists today. So I'm here to argue for it. I'm here to argue and support that today's music has no meaning, has no substance. Don't get me wrong, I'm old school and new school. I believe that some artists today that does make music, that does make good music and great music. I'll be the first one to say, I'm not saying that all music today sucks, but I'm saying some music sucks and some artists today suck based off their music. Some mainstream artists suck and some other artists don't suck, right? So I'm 50-50 on that. So I'm here to say that some mainstream artists today make good music and don't make good music. And some mainstream artists today has music that doesn't have substance and does have substance. So I'm not saying that today's music sucks entirely, but I'm here to say that a good percentage of today's music sucks. Has no meaning to it, has no substance to it. I'd be the first one to say, if I had to pick a genre to listen to all day, every day, it would be obviously old school music. You can't it's just, personally for me, if you're driving down on the evening, on a fall evening, sun setting, whatsoever, what music are you on actually have some peace of mind driving to? Some old school R&B, the music that means something, you know what I'm saying? Or music that you can't understand what someone's saying or what they mean behind that. And 9 times out of 10, I bet you people my age, people that's older than me, the people that's younger than me would probably choose the old school music on a nice fall, sunset day, evening time, 6, 7 o'clock while the sun's setting. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, that people would choose the old school option. Because one, a few reasons. The artist made good music. The music actually meant something. You can understand what the artist is saying lyrically wise, and then you can kind of relate to it and be at peace while doing that. I'm not saying that today's genres and today's artists can't do that, but it was more popular back then. You know, you could tell why because a lot of people my age, a little bit older than me, are kind of old souls internal because they kind of relate to it back then. They was raised on that music, right? Today's people, I'm not saying that all people are like that, but there's a good percentage of people that my age, a little bit older, relate to old school music, old school ways. So this kind of correlates to another episode I'm planning on releasing soon, which is my top 5 artists of all time. I'm not doing that today, but this episode kind of relates to what an episode is releasing soon, which is my top 5 artists of all time, right? That's kind of a hint that mine might be an old school list, but hey, it's my all-time list. But that list is coming soon, and that kind of correlates to this episode. Why today's music sucks, and I don't mind going back and forth for anybody who wants to argue, but it's my opinion. I guarantee you, the people who actually want to do research on to try to compare music from different genres and different decades, whatever, will kind of conclude that music back then meant something more. And if you're being honest with yourself, you're the viewer, old school music kind of bumps now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even at people at different award shows, different parties, old school and new school parties, house parties, clubs, you know, people driving down the street, you know, different stores or just different cookouts, whatsoever, name it, whatsoever. I guarantee you, white or black people or Hispanic people, I guarantee you they're playing some type of old school music. I bet money on that. I got all the lists I just named, cookouts, parties, clubs, whatsoever, bars, whatsoever. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find some old school songs in their playlists. Just cause. I'm not saying new school music has no meaning to it. I'm not saying all new school music sucks. But at the same time, it does. And I would easily choose old school music only because it means something more. As a quote or as a nice little hashtag, I would say, that I've kind of been on lately, is called Bring Back Yesterday, right? Yesterday meaning times where music meant more, when life meant more, when substance was there, you know, when music actually made people think about life. So when I say bring back yesterday, well, that's what type of era and time I am right now. That's what I mean. Bring back yesterday when music meant more, when music talked to a person, when music talked to family members, when music talked to people when they're going through a bad time, breakups, divorces, you know what I'm saying, hardships, obstacles. Music solved problems back then. Today, it depends on the artist today. But back then, any old school music that you can find, especially the 80s, I don't care what artist that you pull up, would help stimulate your mind, make you calm down, become at peace with whatever obstacle that you're going through at that particular time. So, and I digress. as Stephen A would say. I digress. I want to hear your opinion. If you want to argue, give me your opinion. Make sure you leave it in the comment section. Make sure you like my video or dislike my video, whatever you might say, or make sure you go check out my social media platforms where I will have more videos or more reels or more content for you guys to think about when it comes to this particular topic. But make sure you think about this topic because it's an important topic in my opinion. I'm speaking up on this issue because some people don't want to, some people do, some people don't care. But as me being an advocate of old school music, old school ways, I thought it was for me to make an episode about this particular topic. Today's music sucks, and I'm gonna say it loud and clear, it does. But I'm not saying all music sucks today. I'm not saying that. So make sure you know the difference between the two. But if you enjoyed today's episode, again, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my talk show or podcast. Make sure you watch my previous episodes that I have released, and make sure you keep on coming back for more hard and healthy conversation. And yeah, I got some good episodes coming up, some good content coming up. That I feel like you guys will enjoy, especially that correlates to this particular episode. My top 5 artists of all time is coming soon. That list is coming soon. Some of you guys might be surprised. Some of you who might know me pretty well wouldn't be surprised. So, but I'm gonna say it one more time. Bring back yesterday, right? Back when music meant more. Bring back yesterday. I'm here for it. But we're going to end this episode the right way, as we always do. All right. If you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention. All right. If you're a returning viewer, make sure you do it with me. All right. Stay mellow. Keep that mellow mind. Stay focused. Stay at peace. You know what I'm saying? Stay mellow. And as my man Cam Newton says, all right, we got one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. One love, one love, one love. Bring back yesterday. I'm out. Boom.